And back then, I researched a lot of different places for people because people were coming into Florida from Tennessee, and they were coming in from like Jersey, they were coming in from Pennsylvania, all kinds of places. So I literally have federal different, programs and granting, and on county, city, state, and federal levels that I am very familiar with a lot of like free help. I know about free medicals for animals like vets and sometimes very low income, where you can literally put down $50 or $100 and have a procedure for them. And then you can pay them $50 a month, $100 a month, whatever. I am extremely knowledgeable when it comes to those things. I've helped a lot of anyone who helps with Christmas help for toddlers. Yes. And we can talk about some of that stuff too, especially if somebody's like in the jail or prison system. I don't know about the jail, but I know that the prison system also has different programs. There are several different places depending upon the city and the state that you're looking for. I'm not just going to, so I do not rescue cats right now. TT, I got rid of my actual nonprofit organization to help animals. I took in a mother cat, and she had children, and I kept all of her children together for 6.5, 8, 10, 10.5, and her for 11 years. And I had to put every one of them to sleep. They all contracted feline leukemia, but I do help with animals. I have a lot of medications. I have my own hyperbaric chamber. I have my own ozone generators. I also know how to do, okay, sweetheart. I also, okay, TT, yes, you want to come up here and talk about it, or do you want to talk about it there? But yes, I don't rescue cats anymore. My heart is ripped to shreds because my bestie, he was my bestie. I had him for 10.5 years. I helped deliver him. He was my everything in animal form, and he passed away on the way to a vet because his kidneys had failed. He had congested heart failure, and he passed away, and he was such a huge cat that you couldn't tell all these things were really happening to him. You feed the strays and the cops gave you a citation. Okay. Are you in Florida? Because they're trying to make it, they're trying to ban you. And I'm going to explain to you how you can do it legally. Okay. Send me a message. Okay. That's weird in Chicago. So what they're trying to do in Florida is that you're not allowed to feed cats on a public place. It has to be private. But guess what? Guess where there's a catch-22 in that. So the counties in Florida help with the stray animals because they're overpopulated. So what they do is they offer vetting for free. They usually give them a feline leukemia, a FELV test through SNAP, a SNAP test, and then they also do a FIV test, and then they will spay or neuter them for free, and they also give them rabies shots for free. They do that, and I don't understand if you're going to spend all this money of all this funding and you're telling people that you want to help these animals and stuff, for the ones that are feral or whatever, why are you not allowing people to feed them? You see what I'm saying? So to me, that doesn't make sense. And so I know that there's a lot of stuff, that has been going on, but I had to stop taking care of the animals myself a year ago. When I was in Florida, I would go around and I would carry food in my car and even waters and plates and bowls and whatever, always. I've just always been like that. I would carry subcutaneous fluids, the Lactaid ringers, and I would carry vitamins with me. I would carry a whole medical bag with me to help all of the strays on the streets. And the ones that were sick or that had a lot of fleas, I would brush them. I would go to a certain area, and I always donated my time. Plus, I would, buy food for them. I would feed them food. I've done so much for the past 11 years, but I stopped when I left Florida. I stopped, and then I had to take care of my own bestie, and I had to do palliative care for him and his mother. They were my last two, except for the sister that I actually have. Yeah, some people are getting in trouble, but there are ways that you can get around it, and it's really sickening. And let me tell you something in Florida, y'all. you have municipalities, you have cities, you have counties, all different types of things. They are euthanizing all throughout Florida on a daily basis. I believe the number is 10,000 or more on a daily basis of unwanted cats and dogs, because either they're in shelters and there's no more room, or there's no finances. And I just think that that's so disgusting. You know what I mean? Yeah, everybody goes late at night. I mean, that's usually what they do in Florida, and I think that that's repulsive. God is very upset on how people take care of his animals. He is so, I'm sure he's got to be so heartbroken over humanity. But if you don't, and cats, they are actually carnivores. They are carnivores. They are not supposed to be eating that hard shit. They are not supposed to be eating canned cat food with all the poison and all the garbage in them. And I hate to tell you that, but when y'all, and I know that y'all give them the hard foods because it's food and the cans are expensive, but let me just say this. When you do that, the boy cats have more of a risk of getting a UTI, and then they get crystals that are formed. And then when they can't use the bathroom, they end up passing away, and they ended up being in pain. So, oh, that's cute. So it's very, very, very sad, but cats are carnivores. And let me tell you guys something real quick. If you take a look at a lot of pictures from the 1800s in the United States. I don't know about out of the country. I just know about the United States. Like when you look at pictures of Virginia, when you look at pictures of South Carolina, when you look at pictures of New York, everything once upon a time, going back to the beginning of times, was all woods. Okay, everything was woods, and animals lived here. You've got coyotes that are out in California that live. These animals no longer have a home, because people have came in, and builders, and started building entire communities, running them off, all kinds of things. Animals, especially cats and dogs, are domesticated, and they are, I believe, put on this earth to give people companionship, and you can learn from animals, etc. But it's true that they are not supposed to be eating that hard food. It is so very bad for them. So what I would do is I would go out and welcome user 342-164-0084-898. Welcome. Anyway, what I would do is I would go and, depending, like, let's say I would take turns with people, and there's a whole group of different groups of cats I would take care of. This one had 50, this one had 10, this one had 3. I would go and I would spend $20, and I would buy a big thing of hard food, even though you're not supposed to. The cats have to eat. And then I would go buy different chickens. Now, I started buying chickens from like BJ's or Costco, and I know that people say that they're not good because they have the carrageenan in them. But if you look carefully and you do your research, it's not going to affect the animals, especially over a short period. It's not them eating things 24/7. I would do that, or I would go to Walmart and I would buy these big bags of chicken legs or chicken thighs for like $5 to $10, and I would boil them. And when I would, you see that? You see the coyotes? Yeah, okay. So what I would do is, I don't like giving them the canned chicken. I like buying whole chickens. So if you go to a place like Walmart that's cheap, or you can get chickens on sale, it's better for you. Now, let me tell you what to do that for the cats. Let me tell you what I do. I have another cat that I take care of, a friend's cat. And I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought these little teeny plastic Tupperware containers. Or the canned chicken is not really good for them either, but if it's an emergency, because it's got too much salt in there, it's got all these different additives and preservatives and all these different chemicals. Cats have to have meat. They are carnivores. And also obligors, and I'm not sure if it's the cat or the dog, but one of them are obligors. They're both carnivores. They are not supposed to be opening up, cracking canned food and eating hard foods. That's not what they're meant for. And the entire cat family, whether it's panthers or lions or tigers, whatever, the familia of them, they all are susceptible to a disease called feline leukemia. Yes, they are supposed to eat raw meat. Now, let me tell you what I did. Hold on. Started out buying raw from a company called Instinct, and I don't even like to give them those foods. what I'm doing is, you know what, I need to get to, not Bass Pro, but I need to get one of those other stores. They had a meat grinder on sale for $99. I need to get a meat grinder that's electronic, but I also need the one that's handheld. So like right now today, if I showed you guys right now in my crock pot since 7:30 this morning on slow, I am cooking goat meat in there with the bones. So I have cooked it, and then I take the meat off the bones and I put nothing but spring water or filtered water in there. And I'm going to put it now in a blender and I'm going to blend it up, and I'm making them my own cat foods. I don't use obviously salt or anything. Sometimes I'll put a few carrots in there or peas sometimes or something like that. But I am going to put my cats on a completely raw diet. I just haven't had the time. And I have to be able to get to different stores. So like where I'm at now, it's like 3 hours almost to get to, an Asian store or Jamaican store or something like that. So, that's actually really bad for them, TT, but I mean, it is what it is. It would be cheaper for you, hun. Go watch my page in here. What I used to do for the animals, how I would meal prep for them. I would meal prep for my animals, and I enjoyed doing it. You can take turkey, or you can take goat or chicken. I like feeding my cats goat. I like feeding them duck. I like feeding them, different things, even turkey and things like that. Of course, you can come up. How are you, sweetheart?
Hi. I don't know how to turn my camera on.
Okay. Um,
So yeah, I've been feeding them the dollar store like wet food for the past like 4 years. So
oh
that's
my
bad
God.
for them.
Oh my God. Of course.
I
And
didn't
I'm
know.
not and I'm not saying that I haven't done that with my cats in the past either, or other animals. I would go to Aldi and I would purchase cases and cases of the cat food. But all of that is all bad for them. They don't have any nutrition. They can't sustain, and their immune systems are really bad. But not only that, a lot of these stray cats are in the beginning stages of kidney failure. And you won't know that unless you take them in and you do a blood panel on them. So a lot of times when you're giving them these things, it has so much phosphorus that it's putting stress on their kidneys. So you have to like literally give them low phosphorus. And the only part of a chicken or anything like that that is low in phosphorus would be if you give them the chicken thighs. Dark meat is better for these type of animals than that. But I try not to give my cats canned cat food. I really try not to. Sometimes I do, but I'm going to switch them to only raw and then lightly cooked meats because it is the best thing for them. Actually, there are companies that take the people will tell you don't feed your cats raw. They can get sick. They can get this, that. But when you get them raw food that's already genetically processed, they go through a series of tests and filters, and they're taking out all of the major components and the organs that's needed for the animals. The best thing for an animal is an actual real live chicken or a deer that just died. Okay, where I go out into the country, these people they unfortunately they hunt the deers, and then they cut up the deer and they throw them to the cats, and the cats get their natural juices from all of the blood and things like that. You know what I mean?
Sorry.
Okay. Do you have subcutaneous fluids and stuff like that for the cats? Do you do your own sub-Q and stuff like that, or no?
No. I just
Why?
like so like the past like 5 years, like I used to live in an apartment and like in the basement, and cats would like start coming. So I would like just like because I have cats of my own. Now have 5 cats. um but I used to the cats used to come to like my apartment, so I would like feed them.
Uh
And
huh.
I was getting like food from like a pantry, like a animal pantry, but
Uh
then
huh.
I started just getting dollar store food and feeding them.
No, don't they have like a ASPCA or something like that? Like the
So
food pantry that gives you free stuff for all the animals?
there's one place that I get like free food for them, but it's like only like once a month, and I feed them like every other day. So then that's why I started getting the food from the dollar store.
So I don't know what your schedule is, but let me give you an example. Let's say you spend, how many cans a week are you using, or a day? How many
So
cans a
I
day?
go so I go every other day to feed them, and I use 2 cans between 5 cats.
Okay, that's not really a lot then. That's not really
Yeah.
a lot. But
Yeah,
if
I share one of the cans on a few of the plates, and then when they're done eating, I'll do the other can.
so if you buy two chickens a week and it's $10.50, I don't know what your schedule is. If you have time to throw in the oven for a little bit, or if you
Hmm.
boil them, like that's what I do. I boil them in a big pot and I mix them and everything, and then I take out all the bones after it's cooled off. And then what I do is I just either shred it up myself with my hand, or if it's a kitten or something, then I'll obviously put it in a blender, and then I put them in these little teeny, plastic Tupperware things, and that's how I feed the animals. It's better for them. There's no, salts. There's no
Hmm.
additives, preservatives. Take a look on the cans. Next time you
Yeah.
feed a can, look at all the garbage
Oh,
that's
that
in
makes
there.
me sad now. Like now I feel like I'm like poisoning them.
Yeah, but everybody does it. They don't know better. I mean, I know better and I still have to do it. But whenever
Yeah.
you give them hard food, it is so bad. It causes crystals and it's very hard on their kidneys, but they have to stay alive. That would be like giving your baby from the time your baby is a newborn all the way up until they're 18 every day canned food. Think about that.
So wait, is this just for the outside stray cats or like my home cats too? Because I give my home cats Purina, like the hard food.
Um, I wouldn't do it. Sometimes I do it. I have a cat. She's 23 pounds. She's a big girl. She's supposed to be like 17 pounds. Her whole family just died. I had her whole family for almost 11 years. Her mom, her brothers, her sisters, everybody. I took care of them since they were born. I helped deliver them, but they all died off of feline leukemia, kidney failures, just everything you could imagine. And I have her left. She's the only one I have left, but I have another little one. So I am transitioning them to only raw food and then lightly cooked other foods like juices and stuff like right now I'm cooking what did I say? I'm cooking duck? I don't know what I'm cooking. Goat. I'm cooking goat and I put water in. Now I'm going to have broth for them for the whole week. I only paid $5 for pieces of the goat. And that's going to last them. The meat will last about 2 or 3 days and then the broth will last them for a week. I'm just going to add a bunch of water, but I don't like giving the animals that. But I do different stuff with my animals. I did holistic therapy on them. I mean, if you look in my videos here, you're going to see. I mean, I went all out for mine, but sometimes you have to feed them hard food. You really have to feed them hard food, and I do other stuff too. Like I give them stuff called Kaleido Silver.
I've never heard of it.
Kaleido Silver. I buy it at the vitamin shop, and I would give them. That's how I kept my animal was given 2.5 years to live, and he ended up living almost an extra 3 years on top of that. They gave his mother 2.5 years to live. She lived 5.5 years after, and I would do a bunch of natural stuff on them too. Kaleido Silver every day, all kinds of stuff to clean them out, detox them, and let me tell you the best kind of water that the cats can have. And people will say no because you have to balance their hold on, what is it called? You have to balance out their. I've got a whole pharmaceutical stuff in here. You wouldn't even believe it. You have to. I was giving them something called Renal K, which is also for, hold on, the potassium levels. But the only water that I give my animals now to drink, unless it's with the food, I use spring or pure. The only type is I give them distilled water only. It has no salt. It has no additives. It has nothing. And if you have a cat that has UTIs or someone that has kidney failure, that's the only thing they should be drinking.
That's what I wanted to ask you. So I rescued a cat from outside, and
Hmm.
it's a girl. I've never had a girl cat. I got her spayed, and like after a while, she's still like peeing on things, and it smells. Could that mean she has like a UTI?
Let me tell you what I would do if it was my cat. And let me just say this while you're on here. I don't know if you take them to the vets. There are free vets and stuff. I belong to a place called Dutch Online. It's for animals. It's vets. I go live. I can go 3 times a day for the entire year for a total of $90 a year. $90 a year, no matter what state I'm in. If I'm in Florida, if I'm in Georgia, if I'm in South Carolina, if I'm in Virginia, if I'm in New York, doesn't matter wherever I am. And I say, okay, today I'm here. This is where they give me a vet, and I go FaceTime with the vet. You only have 10 minutes, and I tell the vet what I want because I know, I usually know what the issue is, unless it's something that I'm not aware of. But if she is continuing to urinate on everything, you need to do a blood test on her fast somehow. And I'll
She
talk.
doesn't do it a lot. She did it a few times. Like I bought my daughter a new bed frame, and like there's like a part on there that's kind of like cloth, and she like peed on it, and then I had to try to figure out how to like get it out, and I couldn't get it out, so I had to buy another bed frame, and she did it again. And then my friend, she rescues animals. She's like in Tree House, cat tree or something, whatever the company is. She told me to get enzyme spray. So I got that and it worked. I was like, wow, but I don't know why she's peeing on things though. Maybe,
Yeah, but listen, what I'm thinking, my cat did the same thing and she had kidney failure.
oh, she's a baby, the one I got though. She's little.
It doesn't matter. She could have ate something or got into something. If a cat goes outside and it licks one time under,
Oh, I don't know what happened.
I got a call. If it does that one time out of the substances that leak from a car, like, that stuff that's for your windshield or antifreeze, one lick will shut their kidneys down.
Oh my
And
God.
they're one lick. So sometimes they have issues. And if she's a kitten, I would try to get Dutch, because let me tell you something. This saves me so much money. You wouldn't believe how much money. Every time I go to a vet, depending upon where I go, $30 for this visit, 50 for this one, 75 for this visit, 150 for this. All I do is log on and I go there to Dutch, and I'm paying $90 a year for up to 5 animals. And if one dies, you take them off and you just keep adding them, and you tell them the problem. They will give you medication. And if you want medication, and you get it from them, it's going to take you days to get it. So I pay the extra $5, which they just started charging a couple months ago. You pay $5 and you go pick it up at, CVS, Walgreens, Costco, wherever. I can't really answer what could be wrong with her. But I would
So
try.
she's not a kitten. I don't know exactly how old she is. I did take her to the vet, but I got to look at the paperwork to see how old she is. But she's like not a kitten anymore. Is there a way I can turn my camera on?
Yeah, I don't know how though, but I think there's a way. If not,
I don't either. It just says when I click my thing, it just says turn on mic, live status, voice rings, or disconnect. I think it's because it's a voice panel.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. And somebody in here said tripe. Shay Tax said tripe is really cheap, but also good for them. I've always wanted to try that with my animals, but I'm not even familiar with what tripe is. Isn't it that white stuff that you find in the meat department? What is it? Is it fat? What is it? I don't know what tripe is. No clue.
Okay, well, thanks for the suggestions. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of you, user 15. Bye. 0, 0 this, 0
Thank
that.
you again. Have a good day.
Okay, sweetheart.
Thank you so much.
Message, and I'm going to see if I can find you a vet for the animals that are not yours or whatever. Place, because maybe she needs to take a urine test. Did you do a urine test on her?
No, I don't think so. I've had her for a while now. I've had her for about a year. I mean, she's fine. Like I said, she only peed like once or twice on my daughter's bed frame. But then, like, I was Googling it. It said because I have 3 litter boxes and I have 5 cats. So it is kind of hard to keep up with. So they said it could be either the litter boxes or it could be like something potentially wrong with her, like a UTI or something. So I started doing a timer to check the litter boxes like every 5 hours, so I can just keep it clean to see if it is the litter boxes. That's why she's doing that, or if it could be something wrong.
I don't think so.
No.
Nah. I mean, maybe, but I don't think so. I mean, I'm not a vet. I don't know anything about. I just know what I've done from being in rescue, and I had a mini sanctuary and helping my own feline leukemia, and they've had everything you could ever imagine. They've had cancer, they've had kidney failure, they've had liver failure, been anemic. I've had to do blood trans. I mean, you have no idea, and I just, it's a lot. But I can tell you that with my one cat, she continued to have UTIs after she was given medication on 3 separate occasions in that 1 year. And so what they wanted to do is they wanted to take a culture and they wanted to send it in, and that would have told the exact strain or what was needed. But I didn't end up doing that on her. I had just ended up putting her to sleep because her levels were bad. I just put her to sleep like 9 weeks ago.
Aw. I know I love animals more than I love people. Like if I literally I have a bin of cat food in my car, and if I see like a stray cat on the street, I'm like pulling over trying to feed it.
I'm going to tell you something. If you plan on doing this for a very long time, helping animals like I did for 11 years, and I never did it with the animals, but I did with the people, you should consider doing a nonprofit organization. Because if you do the nonprofit organization and you incorporate the animals into elderly people or something like that, you can get cat foods that are close to expiration, cat foods that were expired by a few days, which you all know canned foods are good a lot longer, opened up food, anything. You get all kinds of stuff, if you have a nonprofit. So it's a really good idea.
Oh yeah, that sounds beautiful.
Structure that. I had one. I used to have a contract with Costco. I've had contracts with BJ's. I've had contracts with all kinds of, and even though that bitch, excuse me, says that I'm a jack of all trades, no, you dummy. I've only worked in the same business for going on 21 and a half years, okay, as a consultant in real estate. And then the animal things and the people things, I used to do that from my heart. You know what I mean? To give back. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. But anyway,
Thank you again. I'm gonna get off. I appreciate it. I will message you.
okay, yes, we'll talk. Hi, Priscilla. Priscilla, how are you? You want to come up here? Priscilla. What's going on? I'm getting so tired, ladies. I think I'm going to have to take a nap. And then I got to get up and I got to finish my laundry. I got to clean. Hi, kitty. You want to take a nap? Okay, baby. Give me kisses. Mwah. That's my baby.
Hello, Christy.
Hello, Priscilla. What's going on?
I just got off work. Nothing much is happening. What's happening?
Nothing. I had everybody in here earlier. I had Nettie in here. J Hugs cat came in, but she didn't come up, but she was in. Garbage. Just a lot of people were in here.
Oh,
And
fun.
yeah,
I
because
missed it.
yeah. People were telling this lady supposedly that they were doxing people in Nettie's panel. That Nettie allowed, children to be doxed, their pictures and addresses and names of people and all that other shit. So she came up to clarify all that.
What lady?
Crazy. Her name is Crazy Customs.
Oh, crazy. Okay.
Yeah, she had reached out to me. And she was very upset with me. And she's like, how could you allow that to go on? Why are you a part of that? I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know what she was talking about.
Whoa.
But, I was like, what are you talking about? So no clue. Phoenix was in here earlier. I just saw Toxic. She popped up in for a minute. Oh, shit.
Who, toxic to you or the real toxic?
No, Toxic. She popped up for a second in here.
Oh, okay.
But she had left out and stuff. And I was just like, oh, no. I had a bunch of people in here earlier.
Oh, that's fine. I missed it. Damn it. Well, all I know is it's a lot going on, Christy, but it's just like I can't even talk to you about it here.
Okay.
Probably maybe another time off of this
Is there
app.
other stuff going on?
Girls, too much going on. But all I know is eventually we probably finna go to war. Not you though, but I know for a fact the fairies are probably gonna go to war with somebody, and it's gonna get crazy
Can you tell me with who?
because a lot of things is happening. I can't say too much because we're on live, but I just
Okay.
know it's gonna get crazy eventually.
Okay.
You're not involved, which is really good.
Really good?
Yeah, I can't say too much.
What?
You're
Good,
not
that's really
involved,
good.
so that's really good. But
Did you see
it's
what
gonna
my
get
son?
crazy eventually.
Did you see how my son responded to Red on my story?
Yeah, I seen that. I seen
Okay.
that.
Because he was talking all that shit to me on my live, and he came in and he was like, "Oh, your son don't do nothing with his life," and he just started talking shit about how he's a real gangster and all this other stuff. I'm like, what? So this happened like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks ago, and Jenny sent him in my live. She should have never did that. That was really stupid of her to do that to her son. But anyway, so last night my son, or yesterday afternoon, my son was listening to some of the stuff. He's like, "What? You let this bitch talk to you? What?" And I'm like, "Okay." So we'll see. We'll see what happens now. But so where are the fireworks gonna go down with everybody?
Well, eventually, if people still keep accusing other people of certain things, then it will probably go down. But until then, I hope that a certain individual keeps it cute. Lollipop, where have you been? This is so funny to me. Like the amount of things I want to say, I can't say it. Oh my god.
I mean, are you
Hi,
gonna hold
Lollipop. Hi, Raw T.
Are you gonna hold a panel about it or what? I mean,
I can't even hold a panel about it, Christy. That's the thing. Like, I want to keep this off the internet as much as I can, but eventually, I know for a fact it's gonna blow up. But when it does blow up, then maybe you hear about it. But until then, we're gonna keep it cute for now.
Are you okay with your girls though, everybody?
Oh, everyone is good. Yeah, we're all good.
Okay.
We're all great.
Yeah, they're telling you to tell us. I mean,
Yeah, Roxy, I can't say anything. Oh man. Oh my goodness.
Can you give us a hint?
It's just can't say too much. But yeah. All I know is I just hope that people stop accusing people of certain things. Cause I don't fuck with the accusation shit. Don't accuse none of my girls of doing shit, especially if we had no control of nothing and you was irresponsible of whatever you were supposed to protect. That's not our problem. That was that person's problem. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say too much. Yeah.
Kenji, are you okay with that lady that was on live with you last night yelling and screaming at you?
Hell no. Wait, why?
No, I mean, I was just like walked into that yesterday and I'm just like, what the hell is going on?
Lollipop. Lollipop, come up here. Lollipop, I heard you was on a panel and I didn't get to talk to you. I love you. Girl.
Hey, girl.
Wait, am I echoing?
Is it me?
No, is it me? Oh, it's probably Christy. You know Christy's Wi-Fi. Hey, girl. Where you been?
It's on mute and it's still echoing.
Maybe it's me. Hold on. Let me try to get off.
Okay. Is it still echoing?
No.
No, it's not. Okay. Oh, it's Christy.
It's Christy.
Okay, it's Christy. It's okay.
Is it?
Yeah. Watch for me and Priscilla mute. Priscilla mute.
Let me mute.
Damn, it sounds quiet. It sounds quiet.
Echo.
It was Christy. Okay, Lollipop, you could come back. Girl, I want to talk to you. I never get to talk to you. Yeah, I always host panels. I know you guys miss when I host panels. But every time I do, Lollipop never comes up.
Hold on. Hey. Oh, okay. I don't know what the fuck I was doing. Hey, how are y'all?
Good. What you doing?
Nothing. Just watching TV.
Okay, per. Gazi, to you.
Oh, Kenji, I forgot to tell you yesterday they were like that they're going like on theirs if you want to join it. I don't know. How would
That
be
is
cool?
walking enemy territory, but I can't. I can't even mute myself over there. I mean, unmute myself. Oh, did everybody get muted?
No, I'm sorry. They were saying my name. I didn't want nobody to know my name.
Wait, what?
My niece was saying my name, so I didn't want nobody to hear my name, so I muted myself.
Oh, no, you're good.
So
I gotta go to the store. My God. Run some errands.
Run some errands. Yeah, I know. I gotta go clock back into work. But I just wanted to see what was going on. I seen Priscilla live, and I was like, "What is she doing?"
I know. I haven't
me too.
I have not been on live in so long. Damn. In so
I know you
long.
need to go live soon.
I know. You know me and my season. Lolly, we on season 14. We're gonna eventually host it probably like tomorrow or something. I don't know.
You
Maybe.
keep on calculating it, so let me know.
We're in 14. Crazy.
Hey, what's up?
What you doing?
Wait, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, it says loading. That's weird.
Oh. No, am I paused? But anyways, Christy, have fun. I'm gonna go. I gotta go run some freaking errands. Oh, I hate adulting.
Okay, lady. Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap in a little bit because I got to get up and do laundry and clean and a lot of stuff. But I'll be back on later.
Adulting sucks, but yeah, I'm gonna get off too.
Okay, all right. We'll talk
Bye,
later.
Christy. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Okay, crazy. Back to you now. Where did you go earlier? Why did you drop earlier?
Because it froze. Everyone left.
Okay. So listen, what I was asking is what do you have? What issues do you have with people are garbage? I didn't even know that you knew her.
Well, yeah, I know her from being on Toxic Tea's panel.
Okay.
And then it was weird because just the other day she followed me and then I followed her back and then she blocked me. So I'm like, okay. I don't know what that was about.
Actually really cool. She's nice. I've known her the longest. Well, not the longest, but like than a lot of these people now. I've known her for a couple years. You know?
Yeah, I know she always tries to stay like mutual between things, but
why were you calling her a bitch and all that? Why were you going off on her? For what?
Because she started telling me to shut the fuck up and I don't like that.
Well, why did she tell you that? Just out of nowhere like that?
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
You must have. You sure you didn't say something? You must have said something to her.
I didn't say that. They were all attacking me earlier.
Well, I told them to take turns, one at a time.
Yeah, I was mute for more than half the time.
Yeah.
So, whatever she's mad about, she could stay mad about it. I don't care.
Well,
like I said, she was weird anyway, like following me and then blocking me. Doesn't make any sense. I never did nothing to the girl.
Maybe she was following you initially, and then she decided to block you because, I don't know, she heard something or saw something or whatever. But I already knew, listen, let me get back to it. I already knew 100% that you did. Hold on one second. Yes, hey, Zilla, of course, honey. Of course you can message me. It's fine, of course. I already knew 100%. Michelle Ornelas, are you trying to come up here? I already knew that you didn't have no audios or videos of me with people doxing people's children's addresses. Michelle? I guess she didn't mean to come up. Okay, that happens a lot. Thank you, hon. I know for a fact that you didn't have any of that because it just didn't exist. Or not, at least when I was on there. You know what I'm saying? It just didn't happen. I don't get myself involved with stuff like that. That's a little too much for me. I don't approve of that.
It is.
I don't approve of any of that bullshit.
It was definitely too much, and it's just.
Well, it was too much for me to listen to.
See that though.
But I tried to tell you, and you just wouldn't listen to me. So I mean, like, if you're gonna be cool, When I tell you something, it is that. You got to take that for face value. And if you find out otherwise later, then bitch at me for it. But not from the get-go like that. You can't do that. You can't do that to me. Because it's just too much.
But the thing is I was trying to explain it to you. And it's hard to explain things to you when I'm constantly like being cut off. And then I'm like, fuck, what the fuck was I trying to say? Because you know how my mind works.
Yeah, but you got to get right to the point. You got to say this to me, Christy. Forget about all the bullshit. You got to say, Christy, so I was told X, Y, and Z, and I want to ask you if this is true. That's it. Say it to me in one sentence. Don't go around the block for several minutes. Just tell it to me in one sentence.
Okay.
I'm extremely analytical, and when I got to work or I got to do something, I got to do it. You know, I mean, I spend a lot of time on TikTok, but that's when I have breaks or when I, you know what I mean? When I'm doing anything or whatever, that I can do that. But anyway, does anybody else want to come up here and say anything? Anybody want to say anything about anything or say anything to Crazy? Now is your chance. Now is your chance. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Or hold your tongue. Hello, 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 Jasmine. Oh, nothing's going on. We're just up here. Anybody want to say anything too crazy? Anybody want to talk shit? Anybody have any issues? Because after today, at this hour, I don't want to hear any more of Customs talking shit to me about Prima, or Prima talking shit to me about Crazy, or Crazy talking about behind the screens. I'm going to stay off that subject.
Why are you mentioning this?
Because I'm letting the new people know.
Why are you mentioning this?
Because for the people that are new in here, they're not the same people. It's been different sets of people these last 3 lives, and they got to know. Today is
okay, but you were the one that mentioned it, and you shouldn't have.
Today is it's my panel. I can do whatever I want. Today is the last day that this is going to happen on my panel. The last day, today. Y'all can talk your shit elsewhere. Toxic came through. Nettie came through today. Priscilla came through. Garbage came through. Who else came through today on my page? Toxic. Oh, Phoenix came through. That's right. In her panel, she can talk about whoever she wants. Behind the screens can talk about her if she wants. They all can do it, but I'm not going to be in the middle of it no more. I got bigger fish to fry. I got to worry about Legal Pro sending her ops to my pages, telling Outlaw to come to my page and to harass Freestyle. And I got to worry about her sending messages to Beckers to give me on my DMs. And I got to worry about bitches going to a scraggly old Google Voice number that's forwarded to one of my phones. And I got to worry about them threatening me about court and about trouble and all this. Bring it. Do your best damage. Do it, do it, do it. I'm here. So I guess nobody else has anything else to say, right? Okay. Anything you'd like to discuss, Crazy?
No.
Okay, guys.
I think it went well earlier. I think it ended pretty good, on like good terms.
What did?
The live earlier, like the whole situation, like it. I think we're good.
You know what? Somebody was telling me, and the lives are like, Christy, you need to get a moderator up there for the times that you walk away from the phone, for the times that you're busy, because they know me that I leave my phone down and I'm changing. I was gonna say I'm changing diapers. I'm changing litter. I'm throwing trash outside. I'm washing my hands. I'm brushing my teeth. Making a coffee. I'm doing all kinds of stuff sometimes on these lives because I can't sit here to every live and listen for an hour at a time. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I just can't do that. But anyway, guys, okay, I guess nothing else is going on. So we got 34 people in here saying nothing. So if y'all don't want to come up, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave for a little bit and I will be back later. Ooh. I will check back with everybody today. What time is it, Crazy? Do you know?
4:12.
4:12. Okay. So everybody's got until the sundown, about 7:30 to talk all the shit that they want about each other. Bye, Sassy Honey, on this panel, regards to behind the scenes, which she doesn't even say anything. Crazy, and then also Prima.
Wait. Hold up. What?
Yeah, I told everybody they have till today, till this afternoon. Today is going to be the last time I'm going to allow that. And then I got to start blocking people. I don't care who it is. I'm going to have to block them if they don't want to respect that. But they can say it on their panel, just not mine. So everybody's going to get it out of their system today. So any shit you want to start spewing out or talking, just run with it. Go ahead. But today's the last day on that one. It's going to be a little awkward because there's going to be times I have Prima, up on my panel and you're down in the comments, or she's going to be up on my panel and you're in the comments. It's just going to be weird. But y'all can't be saying stuff.
I don't think it'll be weird.
I hope not. I hope we can just let them get. See, I already know that you got to let people hash it out, and they got to say whatever they're gonna say. Because if not, it's gonna continue to resurface. So give them that chance.
Yeah, that's what I said. She needed that. Like, she needed to say her piece too.
Yeah,
It was only fair.
yeah, yeah. Okay, all right, guys. So thanks everybody for joining in. It's been crazy today. We've had almost everybody in here today, and
Yeah, it definitely has.
I'll be back a little
But
bit.
I'm glad that things are good now, though.
Yeah, I need people to teach me how to. I wish you could teach me how to battle crazy, but bye, Sass.
Yeah, I never did it. I have no idea.
All right, y'all. I'll pop in a couple times later, and then I'll be back on tonight. Bye, guys. Talk to you guys later.